Di here from Di's Den with day 4 of the Favour week. Now today we're making these tiny little boxes. Aren't they so cute? They look like little milk cartons and they are really just so cute. I forgot something, so I'm going to turn you off and turn you back on in a second. I'm back. I only just forgot that I needed my hole punch, so I just thought I'd better bring that over. So anyway, let's get back to this. These little boxes are made with a bit of designer series paper, so it's a really great idea for using up the paper. And we're not doing any bows, we're doing this fancy little thingy here, tie off. I'm using all retired products, so let me show you what you need. Okay, so let's pop them out of the way, and this is it. This is it. We actually only need, this is a 6x6 sheet, and you only need a half to make one. So if you've got 6x6 Christmas paper or 12x12, so if you've got 12x12, you can get 2, 4, 6, 8 out of a 12 piece of paper. You just need a piece of scrap for doing your stamping on. You need a 1-inch circle punch, and I'm using the penguin place because this season's greeting is really tiny, and that's what I need, is something small to go on the 1-inch. I'm also using these gilded gems, I think that's what they're called, gilded gems, for just my little bit across the top here. I've got a bit of this, what do you call this, glittery paper, ribbon, I don't know what it's called, I can't think of it, tinsel ribbon here in gold, so I'm using that as well. So, and it will hold one of these, Ferrero Rocher. So let's get stuck into this. Let's pop that on one side, and I'll show you, I'm doing the whole lot for you here. So we are actually going to make sure that this has got a direction on it, so because they look like Christmas trees. So I'm going to turn it on the side, and I'm going to cut this at the 3-inch mark, because that's all we need. We need a piece of designer series paper that is 6 inches by 3 inches. So as I say, you can make 2, and it's just so easy to do. Alright, so we're going to bring in our scoreboard now, and we're going to score this on the long side at 1 3/8. Now I'm going to use the large ball because we're on designer series paper. So 1 3/8, 2 3/4, 4 1/8, and 5 1/2. Now for this project I'm going to use double-sided tape down here as well, so it's just easier. Okay, then we're going to turn it onto the short side, and if you've got directional like me, we want the direction to be the bottom of the direction on the left hand side. So we're going to score this at 3/4 of an inch, right the way along there, like so. Okay, so we are going to fold and burnish all of this. Whoops, just turn that over, like so. Oh gosh, I'm a bit wonky there, aren't I? My things have all gone a bit wonky. So we're going to fold and burnish this along all these score lines, making sure that we get them nicely, and because it's only tiny, we want to make sure that they're all correct. Okay, so we've done that bottom one. No, we haven't done that bottom one. Okie dokie, now we've all done. Alright, so now we're going to do a little bit of cutting away, which is just this tiny little square on the end. Now I find it easier with the paper that's quite busy like this to do it on the back, because the paper on the back is not shiny, so it's easier for me to see. So, and then we're just going to notch that tiny little bit there and a tiny little bit at the top, like so, just the twinciest little bit. Okay, so once we've done that, we're now going to cut up all of these like so. We're going to then get our double-sided tape, which I've got here. We're going to pop down this side here. And then give it a good squish down, because if you squish it down, it's better. Okay, so then we're going to turn it over and we're going to pop some more of the double-sided tape on this end one, which is the end from the opposite end from our cut end, and the third one along on that same side. So, like so. Alright, so we've got double-sided tape on the front along this edge, turn it over, and then we miss one, put double-sided tape, miss one, and put double-sided tape. So we start with double-sided tape on this full end, and then the second one in from there. We're now going to just fold that over and take off the release tape off the double-sided tape. Now I've got a little bit hanging off the edge there, so I'm going to turn that under, making sure that this now comes together nicely, because we don't want it to be off at all, which it can do because of it being so small. Okay, so we've done that, and we know that this is going to be like a carton. So before we put the bottom together, what we're going to do is we're just going to press the top in like so and squeeze, so that it's nice and even across the top like that. And then while that's squeezed in, we're going to get our 1/8 of an inch hole punch, and we're going to punch a hole like so across the top. It's easier to do it then than it is to do it afterwards. So once it's done, you can see that you've got your marks here, so you know where to go, and then we can just pop in our ends and oops, one in this side, and this one will just overlap, not very much so. So that's why we're just putting the tape on the two pieces. And that's our box, virtually, that's our box. So we can then, oops, we've got our things there, pop our design, our Ferrero Rocher inside, and once that closes up, it's going to be like that. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to put this ribbon through. Now, oh, I didn't tell you how much. I've just got about 11 inches. I don't think you need that much, but it's one of those things that is, I guess, I need my little pokey tool off of here. Just depends on how much you want hanging out and how much you've got. I haven't got much of this one left, so I'm going to poke this tinsel ribbon through this hole very carefully. So if you've got a ribbon, it might go through a lot better than this one. So we're going to pop that through that hole, through the other side. Right, and then we're going to bring it back through on the other side. I don't know why I've got yellow or something all over my hands, and I don't know why. I don't think I've been doing anything in yellow. Oh, come on, get in there, get in there. Get in the hole. There we go. Alright, so we've got that through the hole, like so. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this one over on one side, and we're going to then pop this one back through that hole again. Now that's why you don't want a really thick ribbon. If you've got a really thick ribbon, you're not going to get it back through that hole. And we want it to come back through that hole. Get off of there. Like so. And then we're going to do the same again. Because we've pulled that now, we can see the other hole on this side. And we're going to pop this one through on this side here. Oh, come on. We are going to pop this through. It will not get the better of me. I promise you. There we go. So now we've got that nice and tight on both sides without over pulling it because we are on designer series paper. So that is now closed up very good. So we're just going to trim off any excess that we don't want. And that becomes the front of our box then. Okay, so then we're just going to bring in our piece of scrap and our saying. And because that paper is called Evening Evergreen, and it looks a bit wonky. It's not wonky, but it does look a bit wonky. We're just going to stamp. This looks like it's quite dry. Stamp our little greeting onto our piece of white. We only need a little piece. And then we're going to use our 1-inch circle punch just to cut that out like so. And this is a really lovely idea to put on the Christmas table. I think it is anyway. It's just so cute, cute, cute. Alright, so we're now going to put a dimensional on the back of this. Like so. And pop this onto the front of our little container. Like this. And one of these medium sized again, little gilded dots on the bottom. So what do you think? It's just a cute little bit. That's got a little bit wonky on that side. These ones haven't. These have got stayed nice and square. Look at that. But there you go. That's a lovely little Christmas thing to put on the table. So easy, so quick, and I hope you'll give them a try. These are just great. You could actually, instead of stamping a greeting on there, you could put them a name on there, you know, and then put them on the table at the spots where people are going to sit, so that they know where they're going to sit if you've got a big group of people. I think they're a great idea. They make a little bit different idea for the Christmas table, and I hope you've enjoyed today's Table Favour, which is day 4 of the Table Favour week. One more to go, and that's the end of Table Favours for 2024. So if you'd like the written tutorial for this little project, head down below here to Di's Den for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials. There you'll find the written tutorial. It goes live the same time, the same day as the video here. And we will see you again tomorrow with the last of the Table Favours. And I will say goodbye for now.